TwinFlame Divine Love reading for April 4th through the 11th, 2018. Still going through that Mercury in retrograde, but feeling that it's a good energy to just recognize what's going on and how we can change things and go in a different direction, right? Also for the feminine, for this week, I'm really feeling that we're being very sensitive, messages coming through, and being able to manifest very quickly if we truly, really just kind of put that more positive out there. So be aware that whatever you're putting out there, we are going to manifest it pretty quickly. So try not to focus on anything negative. Really focus on positive and what you truly desire, even when it comes to the masculine and him reaching out and communicating. Definitely in the 5D, it's opening up more. 3D, I feel that they're kind of busy this week, just still working at everything, just like we are working at ourselves to get closer and closer, more and more into our feminine energy. They're working more and more, getting out of that karmic energy, as we know, but with soulmates. I just feel a more calm flow and pace for us even within this month of, you know what, it's a number 4, which is coming true. So truly focus on positive things that you desire, not necessarily having to know where they're going to come from, how it's going to happen, how even you're going to be able to pay for it, okay? Feminine, it's not up to us to really focus on the money part of it. Just know it's going to come to you. If you desire it, the money will come, these things will happen. And if we're wanting to go through more healings, as we always are, right, it just being open to be guided to whomever might help and going that way. Just to get us stronger and stronger, we're really being urged at this time to come together even more so. And I feel we're getting much closer. Really feel by the summer there's going to be a lot of, it's not unions, but physically coming together more and more. So the masculine, yeah, just at work, but knowing it's good work. And feminine, as always, I'm letting you believe that he's behind the scenes. You may not see it, that he is doing the work just as much as we are doing the work. As much work as we do, we must believe that they will then follow along and do the work as well. So let's see what kind of energy is wanted this week from the masculine. What energy is out there for him to step into and for us to be aware of, that he may be feeling, or what the feminine is needing but desiring from him this week to help us heal and move forward more so. Whoop, look at that. There it goes. Okay. And for the feminine, whoa, a little too much. That's what I'm saying. Like, just focus on what you truly desire, because it's going to be coming to you in the best ways. Just a lot more positive than it has been in the past. I'm really feeling positive energy this week coming through there for the feminine. And what action? Whoop. There it is. And for the feminine, action. Whoa, there's a lot of action. Okay, this week for the masculine, we have God of Protection. But you know what? It was upside down too. So here comes that vulnerability again. He's taking down those walls a bit, moving forward, feeling the need to protect everything that's going on around him. So it might be even open. And it's within 7 of that, the masculine energy is really more grounding and becoming more vulnerable within it, knowing that he can step into that energy and does not need to have such a protection around it because of karmic energy surrounding him. So he's getting more into his divine masculine energy in that vulnerable way, right? Opening up to it. Feeling stronger within it by far. Much more strength. Then, because in the past, they really felt controlled by that karmic energy, by the soulmate. And now they're starting to feel like, no, they can definitely protect themselves within their masculine energy and just like ground any of that other need for protection out of, you know, fear and worry. It's more in their masculine energy to step into more divine energy, knowing they are protected within that, which was a major theme for the feminine for a long time, but hopefully we are more strengthened than we have been, knowing within our full out feminine energy, that's where our protection comes from. So letting any of the negativity of feeling the need to be protected and being able to open up more in that vulnerability, as we saw in his masculine energy. And that's what we're needing, because for the feminine, in order to truly communicate with the masculine, even in the 5D, he has to be more in his divine masculine energy and not shut down with those boundaries and blockages. So more so, he's stepping into that. So as I felt better communication in the 5D as far, 3D, man, they're kind of busy getting in this energy, but there still may be good communication. Might not be the quantity of, but it'll be the quality that we desire, and good messages for the week. And for the feminine, and this is upside down, Kuan Yin, goddess of nurturing. Okay, so yeah. So even ground, oh, wow, yes, that's it. Sorry. Like I said, what do we truly desire? Grounding that, what we can nurture ourselves with, and recognizing, believing that it's going to come through. We will be nurtured in all this. In the past, we felt alone, and that, you know, we are this goddess of nurturing. We're always doing the nurturing. We're always feeling the unconditional love, and we're always putting it out there, but not necessarily getting it in return. And now it will be coming to us in return. So as I felt with this one and this new beginning and these changes, and definitely the Mercury in retrograde is helping us with that. It's slowing things down so we can go, wait a second, is this right for me, when it pops up and becomes a problem? And we say, how can I do this differently? Well, how you can do this differently is recognizing and believing that we can be nurtured in return. So he's stepping more into his masculine energy, which becomes we believing that, and we can get some nurturing in return. So any messages coming through, hopefully they're going to be sweeter. They're going to be nicer. Thank you, Jesus. Because a lot of times these things can come through and we feel like, wow, why is he being so cruel? And it's just the messages that are coming through. Okay, that sometimes we need to be hit in the head with, because we're just not getting it. And we need to see how hard we're being on ourselves. And so now we're being better toward ourselves, and now we can believe that the nurturing will come through with the masculine as well. He's getting more into his divine masculine energies, not feeling the need to put up walls as much, or push us away or block us out within his life, because he was so used to doing that with karmic energy and soulmate energy to protect himself. Now he's opening up and getting into his divine masculine, opening up more toward the feminine. The feminine now, we can be more nurtured. So that's why I say focus on what you desire. That's what you will create. It is a more nurturing energy coming to us, instead of us always putting it out there. All right, so for the masculine, the action, better balance. Yes, number 4, within the 4-month, wishes come true. Okay, on the 4th day, right? Yeah, the 4th of the month, right? And this is the 4th month. It's a number 10 for this month, so it's a number 1. And then we put the 1 and the 4 together, it's positive change. So really, there it is. It's kind of like supporting us now, because we're going to be open to get that nurturing. So they're holding on to, trying to balance the fact that they're moving out of that energy, right? Not feeling the need to be so protected, holding on to us as we move forward, and then their wishes can come true. And we are creating this foundation, feminine, for them to kind of hold on to us and come with us, as I've shown before. This looks kind of cool, like pulling them up out. So as they are being pulled out, because feminine, we have ascended, which I felt for this week that things are going to be more of a flow, easier, total manifestation, because we are ascending, have ascended. We continue to now. It's all the time, really. So look at that, pulling them up out of there. That's the action. He's holding on to that. He's holding on to us now, being pulled up out of there and realizing that wishes can come true, what he truly desires in a feminine energy. And the action for the feminine. Let's see this. Yep. There we go. So, yes, we're releasing anything that's creating us to have miscommunication, which means within love, knowing we can be nurtured, we are in our full out defined feminine energy, and then we're releasing anything surrounding miscommunication coming from karmic energy. If we get any type of communication, recognizing it for the message it is, releasing it, forgiving the messenger, letting it all go, because we know during this time, even Mercury in retrograde is not as what it seems. Miscommunication can be there, but we're learning from it and releasing it and moving forward. So it doesn't have to happen anymore within our love. We are now surrendering to that ascension, right? But getting out of our head, no longer, instead of this way, planting it within our ego, get out of the ego, surrender for this new beginning, for this ascension. So once again, we are ascending. It's being shown here, but now he's definitely being pulled up by us doing that. And we are surrendering into no longer feeling abandoned. When we feel abandonment, right, there is no such thing. We are within the twin flame, within the union. There's a symbol. We are abundant. Okay, so anytime apart is for us to get more into our feminine energy, to be more powerful, have more strength and courage, and release any of the negative emotions of the fear, the doubt, the shame, the guilt. We're getting more into our abundance by being apart sometimes, but recognizing that we don't need to feel alone. We can be nurtured through this process. We can put the pieces back together, and we can realize that there's no such thing as miscommunication. It is messages as we are ascending. But now it's great because it's not just about us giving it all to him. Because even with this, I wanted to show, moving this way, like we are pulling them up out of that. But the card is this way. So they're also supporting us in doing so, okay? And supporting us in the 3D as this is coming down. There's more of a balance and more of a support. So it's saying, instead of us giving all the nurturing, we can be open to receive it now. And better communication, because this miscommunication is upside down. So better communication, even within karmic energy, still surrender into the ascension that we are experiencing all the time, and knowing that we are no longer needing to feel abandoned because this nurturing is coming through. Let me grab another action card. And it's also recognizing that, you know what, he's going more and more away from that karmic energy here. He's going out of that. Recognize it. So anything that might be miscommunicated, this is the truth. They're moving away from karmic energy. This is the grounder. With that and with that. So for the masculine, we have feeling less separated. So he's getting more into his divine masculine energy and recognizing we aren't freaking out as much. He's feeling less of the separation. He's feeling less of anxiety of stepping away from. And see, we're not miscommunicating in the way of feeling this way like we were. Like I said, don't check on it, don't do this. They do feel this. So now this is going away. They recognize, okay, that's not, there's better communication here, that we're not sitting there doing that. We're over here through the separation. We're over here putting our pieces back together while he is less fearful about him leaving for this situation. So this I'm feeling is like really in the middle here of communication going on, even though it's Mercury in retrograde. Whatever you get through the karmic situation, realize it's something to work on, to react differently to, and to change. So you can be open more for him to be more vulnerable and take down those walls, because he's not feeling this angst or pain from us anymore. That's not being communicated anymore. We're out of that, right? We're recognizing that. And for the feminine, it's shadow aspect. Yes, releasing that shadow aspect. And that shadow aspect was miscommunicating that we're all upset over separation and we're not putting ourselves together and we're feeling lost. But now we know, no, we're not abandoned. We are here. We are fully within our light. Okay? It's a positive change. And like I said, make those changes, feminine. Change whatever's coming through. Change it. Do it in a different way. All right? So you can be open for nurturing coming through, because I know we get tired of it feeling like we're always doing it. We're always understanding. We're always giving the unconditional love. And what's going on here? Well, we're ascending to actually open to receive it. They're stepping more into their energy to put it out there, being more supportive within the dream, working toward the dream. Like I said, working behind the scenes. There's the four, the dream. They're being more supportive. They're getting that balance. So they're working on it now too. And they're not feeling any negative feelings from us, because we're not going to miscommunicate our idea of separation. We're not going to check on them to create more karma. Okay, so between the two of us, back and forth. There we go. Communion. That's the most important thing here. Communion. It's coming together. This week is just another step toward coming together. The two of us getting ourselves better in a way of stronger and who we really are within our divine energies and coming together. So There's no miscommunication anymore, truly. So he's going to open up more and recognize how he can be more balanced and supportive of this journey. Work even harder to get there. Like I said, they're doing the work. We believe. All we have to do is believe that they are doing the work. And we are not abandoned. They are doing the work. Okay? And they are abandoning anything that's no longer serving them for this union. And we're getting feminine, we're changing any of those shadow aspects, the things from the past, so we can get more into our light and more into our divine feminine energy. So what is going on? Okay. Sheesh. For the masculine, take that one. Okay. So we'll start off. The basis of the relationship and the relationship with love in general this week for the masculine is 2 of Earth. Too much going on at once, the need to make a decision, consider a more playful approach. So, like I said, they're working at it. In the 3D, on the union, the 2, they're working at it in the 3D. And there's so much going on. They're just trying to make the right decisions and move forward for this relationship, for this love. And so within the past energies to be aware of this week for the masculine, Queen of Air. Objective decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you, seeing the humor in the situation. So they're trying to be playful and be more humorous. And that's good because it's being more in the light. Okay? Moving more toward the light, less anger and all the negative emotions. And that's so important. Okay? So it's so important that even though these relationships are there and these things that are not good for them, addictions and things that they hold on to, if they could do this in a more positive way as they walk away, it's so much better all around and karmically. So objective decision making in the past, and they're still clearing away whatever no longer serves them. So like I said, they're still working on this, and they're getting more of the better feminine energy in their head, and knowing that they no longer need to be controlled by this karmic feminine energy. It's just that through their decisions, they can create us even better within this balance. So that's the past energies. Very nice to be aware of. The present energies for this week is 9 of Water. Your wish comes true. Concerns fade away. A love of life, as I have felt. And I have been doing some feng shui stuff, and 9 is a very, very amazing number, truly, for this year. So it's a really magical number. And to me, yes, it's because it's an ending to these things that don't serve, and that's a wonderful thing. So 9 of Water, within emotion, the wishes are coming true, concerns fade away, and a love of life. So as I said, feminine, focus on what you desire, because now this is going to help them in this present, this week, to know those wishes that they desire, to help them come true. And they know that it is possible now, and that's why they're taking down some of the walls and boundaries, because they recognize that they can have what they truly desire. As long as feminine, we start really manifesting it, and we are that powerful this week. So pay attention to that. So for the future energies for this week is 4 of Air. Time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. So that's good in a way. And it's taking a vacation from the ego, from the brain so much, and just trying to get some rest. And within the 4, within the wishes come true, you know, within their dreams. Right? So within being able to balance everything in a more positive way. So their wishes are coming true, and then they're stepping into a time where they can kind of rest within it, recognize it even more so, and then get better answers toward what to do next. Okay? So what might be holding them back in the 3D for the masculine is 6 of Air. Things are looking up, the end of a difficult situation, taking a trip. So within love, getting out of their head, right? And knowing that things are getting better and it's the end of the situation. They can end it, you know, because within the ego, within the 3D, these things, especially during Mercury in retrograde, these things are going to pop up as blockages, and it may throw them back just a little bit. And that's why the feminine, let's work really hard on staying positive and just taking it for what it is, and quickly changing the way we're doing things, okay? Change it. Quickly 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 chan be more spontaneous, be more able to, you might have a plan, but be able to tweak it, right? Okay. So then they can realize that things are looking up and the difficult situation can go away when it comes to love, and they can get out of their head into their heart and make that trip forward. Okay. So it's not fully bad because we have this, wishes are coming true, and then they're going to sit in it. They're going to see the wish for what it is and sit and be like, okay. And the only thing in the 3D is just temporary, you know, temporary here and there, getting a little scared or whatever and not recognizing it. But as we know, these are good. These are very good. Okay. So what positive action they may take is Knight of Earth. Time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments, a guardian angel. So they're coming more into their, within the 3D, recognizing how they're being guided to make these better decisions and to buckle down and get it done. Okay? Just go for it, go through it, instead of being in that thing that's holding them back, what might come as the obstacle. Buckling down, getting through it, and then honor the commitment, the union, and being able to do that and being our knight in shining armor, right? Let's see what we have for, okay. That's for, and that's for, and that's for. Gotcha. So, put you up here. What can help them move forward this week? To be aware for the masculine is Queen of Water. Relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. So that's that balance too. Be able to trust how he's being guided and that he can develop his relationships in a better way, have a better balance, and care for self and others. There's that balance too. So this is what helps him move forward. That he knows that these relationships can get better. Okay, buckle down because he knows in his emotions, he recognizes the queen, who we truly are, that queen within his emotions, and know that his emotions can move them to the next level within his divine masculine energy, instead of feeling the need to protect all of it from the karmic soulmate energy that surrounds him, that he's done forever. It's really tough for them. And so what's surrounding the masculine with divine energy, the divine surrounding with, is the Page of Earth. Good news about financial matters, wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. And there's the feminine. So really him being more dependable, okay, and seeing the feminine in a way of success, not even seeing, but feeling our success coming through. Good news. And feeling that there's a giving and receiving because the feminine is now open for the nurturing in return. Because sometimes we do shut down because the messages that come through or how we feel hurt because we're not with them, the abandonment, we tend to shut down. That's that shadow aspect that we can be aware of and get rid of during Mercury retrograde. But yeah, being able to open up and be nurtured while nurturing ourselves, allowing these messages from the masculine to be nurturing, even in, you know, in the 5D, if not possibly in the 3D, because there is this breakdown as we're seeing it, and his wish is coming true. So he's going to be in a good energy. So, and a lot of time when they feel really good, they do reach out. So the overall outcome for this week for the masculine is 4 of Fire, contentment, peace, and abundance, a happy home life, the successful completion of a project. Passion, okay? Number 4, again, wishes come true within this foundation, within their abundance and the home life, recognizing where the home is. Home is where the feminine is, okay? Right? The successful completion of a project, recognizing more of his divine masculine energies and feeling successful within them to create a better situation surrounding them with that karmic energy, and no longer being fearful and needing to be protected in those ways. All right, so for the feminine for this week, whoa. Oh. All over the place, but I'm taking them. There you go. Okay. The basis of a relationship with love, is renewal. Review the past and the present so you can plan a bright new future. Understanding your life purpose. Releasing judgments of yourself and others. Totally. That's why I say stay positive right now, because this is what this whole relationship is about. getting rid of the past, stepping into our present, who we really are today, and how much stronger we are, and who we are putting ourselves back together as, and then having this new, bright new future, right? Because we are able to manifest it very much so through our ascension, and what is our life purpose, and better understanding of our life purpose, and then releasing all the judgments surrounding the masculine, surrounding karmic energy. It's arcana, so beautiful. This is what this relationship is doing for us this week. We're being able to manifest even more so and plan our future in the way of, I desire this, and here it comes. And what do we desire in the future on some levels? And be open to receive whatever's best for you, and no judgments of where it can come from, how it gets to us. Don't shut it down, okay? So, past energy to be aware of for the feminine: the resolution of difficulties, a weight lifted off your shoulders, the end of an addiction or codependency, and that is the truth. Okay, so it's number one, we're not addicted to them. We're not codependent. We are within our own energies, and they are a complement to us, right? They're coming up alongside of us too, and they are now going to be more nurturing and balancing as well. So we know, all right, they are making these better decisions from the past, clearing away all that stuff, and we have already moved on, right? From the past. We have resolved those difficulties, and they are doing behind the scenes, like I said. They're working too. So in the present energy for the feminine to be aware of this week is 5 of Winter. Walk away from dishonest associations, realizing that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness. Something that's not worth the effort. Okay? So, as I've been saying, positive change. Let's change this. Let's change these shadow aspects right now. And whatever's going on with Mercury in retrograde, really look at it and go like, I'm not going to get upset in the same way. Karmic energy isn't going to affect me in the same way. I'm going to see it for what it is and how I can do things differently. Change my outcome. Because their wishes are coming true, because we're finally going to change our way of approaching the situation when it comes to separation and abandonment, right? Know that they can be nurturing to us if we allow that to happen by not reacting in that shadow aspect in the same way. Let's get into a positive energy there, okay? So we are doing it. It's right there. It's showing it. So the future energies for this week, beautiful. Balance. We're getting balance as well. Take everyone's input into consideration, merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time. There's no need to rush. And this is truth. Number 5, again, for that positive change. There's no need to rush. Take the time to put the pieces together in the right way, so when you're really fully whole and powerful, everything works together and it's amazing. Okay? So don't be in such a hurry. Don't be in such a rush to get there and miss some pieces, right? And then it's taking everything into consideration, like I said, and arcana, so beautiful. They're taking time to rest, and then we're taking time to totally put it all together and help us move forward for this renewal, okay? Because he's got a lot going on, but he's doing it. He's doing it. And we are getting rid of these stuff, and we're understanding more and more of our purpose. And that is to take some time and take everything into consideration and no longer, in our present, react to karmic energy the way it has been, because his wish is coming true, because we've been putting so much karmic energy on him by the way we react to whatever is going on. And if we believe, that's his wish come true, he can do this. This can happen. Yay! We're taking any doubt, anything that's blocking him, any obstacle off of him, because we have that belief. And we're walking away from what we used to believe. It's no longer, it's dishonest, it's not the truth. What we thought it wasn't it. It can be something better, even more so. So that's their wish come true for us. So, future energies to be aware of this week is 2 of Autumn for the feminine. Bring fun into everything you do, juggling multiple priorities or jobs, and exceptional talent for multitasking. And I love this one. Yeah, we can do anything. We could do anything. Oh no, this is, yes, what's holding us back in the 3D. That makes more sense, truth. Right? Because we got the balance for the future. This is what's holding us back, that we can bring fun into everything we do, right? And we can do multiple things, and we have an exceptional talent for multitasking. We can create all these things. We can manifest all these things. They can come to us. So take away any blockage, any of that karmic stuff, things that happened in the past, and know that you have the ability to do everything that we desire to do to help us move forward. So, well, there's 6 of air in it. You know, that recognizing that things are looking up, and that there can be an end to the difficulty because of these things that pop up. We have to know that we can make it fun and light, like they're wanting to do over here. We can make it fun and light. We can juggle all these things, so then they recognize that things are looking up for the two of us. We can handle it. We don't have to get upset that we do some of these things on our own. He's coming more toward us. He's working more on it. It's coming more into a balance. Really making more of an effort as long as we believe he can, even if we don't see it. Have that trust and faith. So don't have this hold you back, feminine in the 3D. We can do all these things, and we have a talent for doing all of them. We've been given that power. We've been asked to do so, and we've been given that power. We go first. We put the pieces together first. So what's the positive action for the feminine is Prince of Autumn. Cautious but wise action, meticulous attention to detail, kindness to others. Very much so, okay? So, wise action in the way of, cautious, yes, in the way of take caution when something comes up that's upsetting, to take a step back. And it is very wise to take a deep breath and to recognize the message. And then pay attention to the message in detail. So then we can be kinder toward ourselves to make a better decision, which in turn is kinder toward him. That he can then buckle down and do what he has to do, because we're no longer getting upset over our issues with this retrograde. And so what can help us move forward for the feminine is Queen of Summer. Listen to your heart, intuitive insights you can trust, taking care of others perhaps too much. And there's that nurturing thing. So take care of yourself, open up to be nurtured, and listen to your heart, and that's where he will speak through. And intuitive insights during this time of whatever is going on around you, pay attention to it. That's going to help you move forward, and then he can relate. His emotions can develop to a whole other level because we're listening to our heart. And we're focusing on us, but opening up for whatever can come to us. In general, even communication from the masculine. And what the divine is surrounding the feminine with this week is 6 of Spring. Wonderful news is on its way. Smart choices that bring rewards, success, and public recognition. Within love, within this spring, within our passion. This is what they're surrounding us with. That we can then navigate the masculine toward his passion and help him out of this karmic stuff. We do that. We cannot necessarily physically do that in the 3D, but we can do that by us getting better, by us feeling better about him, the situation, the journey, being more positive, having the trust and the faith. Okay? And manifesting, knowing we can do so. Whatever we truly desire, not paying attention to the negative and feeling that we're always having to do everything, there's too much. No, that's not. We have the exceptional talent for multitasking. That's what we're meant to do. Okay, so embrace it. Embrace your true feminine multitasker. All right, and so the outcome energy for the feminine this week, we have 2 cards. We have 10 of Spring, ask for help from others, all work and no play, being weighed down by too many responsibilities. So feeling that way, so ask for help from others. So remember to definitely be open to your guides, and even if you're needing some healing for the 6 of Autumn. The good you do comes back to you, an unexpected inflow of money, borrowing wisely or repaying a debt. So all this stuff that you're doing and healing is going on within love is repaying that karmic debt. Okay, it helps him repay his karmic debt. It's borrowing wisely. It's like taking from him that karmic debt. Right? And the good you do comes back to you. Unexpected inflow of money. So yay, we're going to be abundant this week, as I felt. So ask for help from others. Open up and be playful, because that's what the energy he's wanting. But really, even within healing, if need be, ask for help from others so you can get, and doing good for others comes back to you. So truly, this is all about a balance too. So whatever you put out there, be open to receive it, right, with your nurturing, and also, being open for others to help you. Now, as I always say, if it's in a masculine energy, do not try to take it on in a way of that, it's taking up his space within masculine energy. Don't take it on emotionally or anything, and also let it help you by saying, I desire my masculine to do these things for me. I receive it from this masculine, but I desire it from my masculine. In time, it's showing you what you truly desire. But try not to entertain it on any other level of them taking that space from your true masculine. Okay, so within the 3D, for the masculine to be aware of this week, what's most important there. And for the feminine, whoa, here we go. So masculine, volatility. Yes, we are still in that time of, it can be a little bit, you know, Mars type angsty, but it's more of the passion coming more into his divine masculine energy. Instead of being angry within it in the 3D, stepping more into it. Feeling the need to be protected because of the volatility that's usually around him. He's coming out of that for the wake-up call, as I felt. I wasn't even looking at that. With that wake-up call, with that moon was big, amazing. But yeah, all these emotions coming through and no longer really being in that angry situation and feeling more comfortable that he can be more in his masculine energy and be passionate within that instead of the fear of the emotions surrounding him normally with this karmic energy. And even our wrath through the separation. It's like the less we become angry about separation, it helps the masculine when he needs to separate from his soulmate karmic energy, that maybe there won't be so much volatility because he'll be in more of his masculine energy and be able to create what he desires. So the less we are upset, the less we create that karmic energy around the feminine in his life being upset about pulling away. All right, wow, that just really came through. So for the feminine to be aware of, yeah, activation, wind, moving forward, everything that we desire, we are activating from our sacral chakra. As a feminine, our divine feminine energy is ascending, okay? It's activating everything to bring us together, closer and closer together. Be aware of that for this balance. For, you know, him taking that time to be within, to recognize his wishes, getting out of his ego, and we having the balance for that positive change, taking everything into consideration, activating whatever we truly desire. Like the wind, it's going to happen quickly. Definitely in the 3D to help us come closer. We're coming closer and closer by far. And these cards together, unbelievable, really. Look at that. We have volatility, and it's like the wake-up call, coming out of any type of anger and everything and stepping more into his masculine energy within his emotions and the true emotions flowing. And then you have wind, that activation, that power to bring us closer together. So it's like a wake-up call to the communion. The volatility is being activated, like his passion is being activated by our passion as quickly as we are doing it, as quickly as we are desiring and manifesting. Okay. Funny because that candle says manifest a miracle. It was just I was trying to say the word. I was like, ah, there it is, manifest. Okay, and miracles happen every day, so be open. So within romance for the masculine, whoa, there we go with the feminine. We have, yeah, forgiving and learning. He's having to do that. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So as I've said, he's releasing any of that stuff around the karmic energy that has kept him so blocked, that he couldn't even give us or nurture us, give to us and care for us. And so now we're being able to, you know, open up and allow for that because we recognize it's not going to be bad messages or anger or any of those things because we've worked through that shadow aspect and we are working through it. We're continually working through it. We're human. We've been hurt. Okay. So continually forgiving and learning. And this is, see this feminine right here? So he's like, he's forgiving feminine energy and learning what true beauty and divine purpose energy is from the feminine. So good, he's working through all that. So he's taking down the walls and now we're going to be a little bit more nurtured. Yay. And so not us having to do it all the time. He's nurturing the union a little bit more. So it's not just us doing it all the time. And for the feminine, passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. The more we have passion and show passion toward him and passionately speak about our union and our masculine and this journey and how amazing it is and what gifts we receive because of it. Okay? And they're wanting to give us the rewards right now. This month, totally. So we're just having to be open to receive them. And it's going to be a little difficult during the Mercury in retrograde. It's over on the 15th, so hang in there, but it's still not in a bad way. It's really helping us heal these things so we can have our heart and soul sing with joy and do these things in a different way to change And it's activating, like I said, the passion in both of us. And he's being able to release more of the past, release more of that karmic energy when it comes to romance and love. Oh, and this card was just here. And it was on top of the masculine deck. So this is just an extra message in the 3D for the masculine. Yikes. DNA and karma. So it's truth. They're still dealing with the karma. And it's all wrapped around their divine masculine energy. But as we know, they're stepping out of the volatility of it all and getting more into their, because they're having a wake-up call within their emotion. So it's still in that DNA. So I do DNA healings if anyone's interested to really help that move along and pull up any of that stuff from the ancestors that are stuck, that create this vicious cycle. vicious cycle within all this situation. Okay, so now we are message from the masculine to the feminine. Message from the feminine to the masculine. Hurry, feminine, speak. The masculine came right out with it. Aha! There you go, feminine. Whoa, that's too much. Oh, maybe not. We have a lot to say this week. A lot to manifest. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Have patience. This is from the masculine to the feminine. Love is patient and kind always. So for these wishes come true, number 17, have patience with him and his emotions and sitting within ours and what we truly desire, and having the patience during the retrograde because it goes slower and things aren't as we planned, right? And be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. So it is so important. No more in the past, right? Be in the present. What do we desire? And dream of that so we can. So they're letting us know. Number 4 again. So there's their wishes come true. It's all about manifesting, feminine. So they're saying, guess what? Be in the present. Just see what's going on now for what we truly desire instead of what's gone on in the past, and dream of a better future. When we dream, everything is possible. So we dream it's possible for him to come through and get his wishes come true in the present. And then we have new love. Embrace the new opportunity of love that is here. This may pertain to work opportunities or spiritual growth, but it's definitely number 8, together 26, within the union, new love. So if we have patience with him for our wishes and make those wishes, be in the present, stop thinking about what went on in the past, and what we see in the present is that he's working on it just as much now, trying to get that balance of him trying to nurture the union, the journey, and get out of these karmic situations. Like I said, believe, feminine. That's his wish come true. No longer changing any shadow aspect of how we used to react to feeling abandoned, and now he's going to see that we're not going to miscommunicate these things anymore. For the separation, he's feeling okay, this can be okay. And in turn, when he goes to separate even more so from the karmic energy, it'll be in a better way. He'll understand, he'll be more in his divine masculine, be able to create it in the way he truly desires for this new love. So have patience, dream about it, because this new kind of love is coming to us, and he's recognizing it too. He's recognizing the new love coming out of any DNA karma type stuff, and recognizing the new love. And for the feminine, we are saying a lot here. Okay? Wow. Okay, so it's saying be supportive. Make a genuine effort to show you care, because we're going to open up and allow that. It's number 9, which is important. So anything ending to them feeling supported, as well as that's asking them to be more supportive of us, which we're seeing here now in this balance, and helping out more. Do something for someone else. So it's like, yes, you're doing this for us, and give your attention to someone else. Yeah, help us now, right? Embrace your emotions. Don't push down your feelings or judge your emotions. Perfect. For the union of hearts, there is a connection of love that defies explanation. Have faith for that. Wow. Demonstrate it and find out what is important to people you love and act on it. So that's part of doing for someone else, for us. Have faith. Trust your faith in this situation. We're also saying we're going to have faith in our number 3 manifestations. and slow, simple acts of kindness. A simple act of kindness can energize you and bring happiness to those around you. So we are slowly, that's our positive change. We're seeing the slow, simple acts of kindness coming through from him, that he's doing this, but also we are doing that, helping us move forward through these intentions, demonstrating our love for him while he's doing that in turn, and letting him know we have faith, you have faith. It's pretty much, we're telling him everything that's coming to him. We are feeling more supportive of him. We are doing this for him as well. So in return, this is what he's doing. He will embrace his emotions even more because we're embracing ours. We recognize that there's a connection of love that defies explanation. That helps him more so, right? Having the faith, demonstrating it, and doing this in a slow, simple way. And we recognize from him, we're also saying that we know he is changing as well and doing what it takes to get to where we are wanting to be within this union. It's not all on the feminine anymore. The masculine now is taking the steps even more and more within his intuition, because the feminine is healed so much and we're changing. We're getting the messages, we're understanding, and we're doing things differently. Isn't that the best thing we can possibly do in life? Instead of hitting your head up against the wall, doing the same thing over and over again, how about you step around the wall, find another way to get around it in a more positive way. Okay, so masculine energy to be aware of. And feminine energy working this week. Also, another card flipped up right on top of the masculine deck. You can't see that, but this flipped up for the masculine, so we shall take it. So it's Hermes, communication, which I felt. So he's getting into better communication within his divine masculine energies, going to communicate in a better way, and he's going to discover his emotions more and be able to communicate them in a better way because we're being more positive, right? And trusting and having faith. And we know that he's doing what it takes. He's helping himself move forward toward this new love. He recognizes a new idea of love, a new love coming from us, a new way of us doing things, those positive changes. And for the feminine, we have Kuan Yin. We're practicing compassion. For anything karmic, that green, we're having compassion. And truly send some compassion to the karmic energy surrounding him, to the relationships that are not necessarily good for him, but it is a learning experience. All of it is. That's why I call it soulmate instead of, karmic, because karmic has like a negative connotation, which is true. There's a lot of stuff that can be negative about it, but it's a soulmate. It's a lesson learning, and it's important for us to look at that as well, and for us to learn that, yes, it may be a karmic relationship, but he's able to have a relationship, right? Or whatever's going on. It's just we're learning lessons too about what we desire, what we don't, about unconditional love, that we can, handle a person being who they really want to be and just show compassion and forgiveness and care about it all. Okay? And being more nurturing through the compassion, but then we will receive compassion in return. What we put out there, we receive in return. And Kuan Yin is a big part of the soul healing that I do. So within the soul, having more compassion towards your other counterpart so he can discover more of his emotions and want to communicate in a better way for this new love, a new idea of love instead of that karmic energy that he had become used to. All right, what else am I, let's do crystal for the masculine. They're all over the place, but not falling out. Okay, just got a message. Whoa. Like I said, they're all over the place, but not falling out. It's like everything's working and moving forward, but there's not a falling out. There's not as much volatility and anger surrounding the karmic situations anymore. Those karmic relationships. They're just trying to find their way in a different way as well. That good. There's not as much anger and angst and volatility. They're all over the place, like they're trying to figure out and scrambling to figure out what's going on, but there's no fighting anymore. And you don't want that energy. That's very bad, the fighting and the anger and all that. So for the masculine, agate. Healthy body. Yes, healthy one is in his divine masculine body now. As you can see from the Hermes with that communication, he looks quite healthy in that. And protected from anything that's going to hurt him karmically anymore. Okay, base and sacral chakra. Agate shines its light into the physical body, awakening and igniting the body's innate healing wisdom. Profound healing occurs when you align with the earth's healing energy. Agate holds the secrets and wisdom to activate this power healing process. It is your birthright to know and experience this sacred connection. The medicine of Agate certainly assists in awakening this bond, restores, grounds, and nurtures the energy field. There's that nurture. Brings in all the divine qualities of Mother Earth. Divine qualities, nurturing divine qualities. Reconnects you to the divine energy flow of the planet. Assists in shamanic journeying to meet the planet and tree divas. So within the 3D, right? Mother Earth, 3D, all this 3D, he's reconnecting with divine energies as I felt. So this helps him discover them and then communicate them and no longer being shut down. And doing so, helping us balance all this out. That's not all on the feminine doing all the work. And then, nice, for the feminine, we have, perfect, rose quartz, inner child, so the heart. Rose quartz is well known around the world as the stone of love and compassion. Right on top of Kuan Yin with the compassion. It's going to help us be more compassionate whenever this stuff is going on and may be upsetting. His energy is very gentle and soft, inviting us to open fully to receive its healing medicine of love. Its nurturing energy allows us to feel safe enough to surrender to our vulnerable nature. There it is. Surrender to the nurturing. Be vulnerable. Be open for it. In this sacred space, we connect deeply to the essence of the inner child. Rose quartz encourages you to, and the inner child to me is the inner divine that we're growing. Deeply heal any old wounds connected to inner child issues. It invites the essence of the inner child to surface for healing and transformation to occur. So that's why we're not wanting to deal with the, past anymore, sitting in that past. Other than healing it, taking the time to heal it, it's very important. These past life healings are very powerful. And we're getting out the shadow aspects of feeling abandoned and all those things and all the miscommunication that goes on. And we're going to surrender to it all. And this helps with that. And so we can be more nurturing. Deepening self-love and acceptance opens the heart, bringing unconditional love, enhances compassion, gentleness, and nurturing of the soul. Okay? Letting our soul be nurtured by our counterpart. Brings self-fulfillment and inner peace. Supports those going through divorce and separation. So yeah, it's helping us understand there's not abandonment during the separation for us to get all upset and everything because it doesn't help him. He has to get out of those energies. We can't put those on him. Okay, too much. So that's help. So rose quartz, and this whole reading is surrounded by rose quartz. All these in the star form is rose quartz. So it's definitely going to supercharge this to help the collective, to help the feminine to be in more of a compassionate space, to accept whatever might be going on, knowing it's now coming into more of his power to be more of help in this situation, to get himself up out of what's been bringing him down and upsetting us, because we do feel his energy at that time. In the 5D, we do feel those things. A lot of times we really do take it on. So, whoa, for the masculine, there we go, for the feminine. Energy work, definitely. Life can be electrifying because its very essence is energy. Your body is a remarkable energy field that will positively respond to loving treatments. Your hands and heart are activated to give healing energy to your loved ones and clients. So they're doing it. They're doing the energy work. They are taking the energy to work on this, to help heal the love that's around them. All the love that's around them. The healthy body with the energy work. They're moving toward more of that masculine energy to be of help with us. Thank you. And assertiveness for the feminine. This situation can be healed gently and with love, as you've requested. Yet there's also a need for your strength and truthfulness with the other people involved. We will stand right behind you as you speak your truth, giving you strength and guiding your words. So this is also for our manifestation as well. We can be compassionate, yet assertive about it all. And that's the thing. But truly, now, open up. Because here's the thing. we don't allow ourselves to be vulnerable either, feminine, because it hurts when we feel rejected and when they don't change and these things don't happen. But when we don't open up, they can't open up, okay? So open up more and more, be more vulnerable. But when you're in your divine feminine energy, you are fully protected. Only good things will come to you. Even if it's these times things are popping up, you can get right past them because you'll recognize the message of them instead of taking it personally and having it dredge everything up from the past. Especially if you get those past life healings, that all that kind of just comes out and you remember and say, no, that's the past. This is for my new love. This is a new way of being. These things will be healed from the past with this inner child, within compassion and knowing that you can be truthful and have that strength to do that, because it takes strength to get rid of those past energies. It truly does. Because it can be a sort of where we had the codependency going on there. It can be a sort of a thing like that. And we're moving past that. We're no longer sticking to that. Sometimes it be like it says, your addictions, you're addicted to it in a way. Because you're just used to it. And it's easy to just blame everyone else. Or just go back into it and say, oh, see, it's just going to be the same way. Why should I even try? No. These things can change, and that's what you're focusing on this week. Set your intentions of what you truly desire within this new love, within this new life that we have. Because we're healing out all those other things, and be aware of that. Let's go for Ganesh to see what blockages are being released and what gift is being given this week for the masculine. There it is, right on top of the masculine deck. And the feminine, there you go. Okay, we have prosperity, number 9 again. So anything that's blocking it, going away. So he can be more prosperous, and look at that color within his divine masculine energy, moving more toward his purpose. And everything being provided for him on his path as he walks away from the karmic energy. Him being guided, having the strength to end whatever is not serving him anymore. And then there's like the olive branch there, putting out the olive branch and saying, this can be done in a nicer, more divine way. Okay, good. And for the feminine, we have concentration, another 9. So good. So being able to concentrate on the heart, more so than the karmic stuff. And get busy on what do we desire, okay? What do we desire? Get busy on that, knowing that we're moving away from any of that shadow aspect, any of the darkness in the past, moving toward the light. So Ganesh is saying, guess what? Cloak yourself within your heart chakra and know what you truly desire then, and get to work. Be assertive. Heal any of this. Get to work. Healing. And helping others heal. And just healing by being unconditionally loving and spreading that all around. And how can you help someone this week? Let's put that out there. How can I help someone this week? What can I do for someone else instead of getting so stuck within ourselves, right? Okay. So that's what it is for this week. Whew. Beautiful, lighter energy for the feminine by far. We're getting more and more out of the darkness, out of the reactions that we were having before. We have ascended. Things are going to come our way very quickly. The masculine is still doing the work, but knowing that he's being more prosperous, and it's been being done more in a divine masculine energy. Therefore, it's going to be more like the olive branch, less volatility by far, and more of like it said, everything's going on, but they're not, getting into more of these problems and fighting about it all. It's more work. Well, the more he works together with the karmic to get out of the situation too, is the more he's working toward the union. So the more we allow him to work with us toward the union, the more it can be a mutual thing, getting out of this karmic energy, and doesn't necessarily have to be so hostile, because it has been. It has been, and this is what we're having to change as a feminine, to be able to be the one to not be so upset with our masculine all the time, so then to release that type of feminine energy off of the karmic soulmate. And so he can now learn how to balance the relationship more so and do this in a better way as he walks away from anything that's negative. There's no reason for the negativity to surround it even after he is gone. or he's walking away from it. It's good to heal during the process. That's why I do all the healings that I do, to help feminine, to help their masculine, to do all this, to help move forward in a less, creating more karma, more anger. Okay, so thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, and especially donating to all my clients. Love working with you, and to future clients, can't wait to help you out. So until you see me again, share the love.